Kurtz,
Yes.
Linebaugh,
Yes.
Thank you. Will you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Before we get into the full committee of the whole, Mr. Barrow, we have a couple of items, well, actually, one item to take care of, and that is quick presentation by Tarta. I'm going to welcome to the podium Rick Bailey. Welcome, Rick, and Lou Thompson, who's our Maumee's representative on the Tarta board. And I believe you have a light check to give to us. We'll wait until you're done with your presentation, and we'll do that. So welcome, Rick and Lou.
I apologize, Laura's taking her son back to college, so we don't know how that goes.
Sure.
Rick is our Chief Customer Experience and Mobility Officer.
Yep.
If you ever have a complaint, call him.
Big shoes to fill tonight.
Rick's got a short presentation just to update everybody on what part of it doing.
All right, well, good evening. Thank you, Mayor and
Yeah.
City Councilman, for having me tonight. Just a real quick update on where we are ridership-wise in Maumee. There we go. So yeah, we've been busy over the last year coming up with new core values and really reinforcing the mission and vision statement of Tarta, and kind of in this reinvention period that we're going through. You can see those. Fixed Route 31 continues to be one of the strongest routes we have in our system. Currently, through the first 7 months of the year, we're almost at 103,000 trips on that route. It is the fourth highest ridership route that we operate.
And where does that go, typically? What
It
main
goes,
streets?
from downtown to the zoo. It goes out to Maumee Stamping. We redid the route last year, which has kind of helped access to Maumee Stamping in particular, and we've gotten pretty positive ridership gains in that area.
Also hit
St. Luke's,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
Cool.
thank you. I didn't mean to interrupt, but thank you for clarifying
There we
that.
go. So some of the things we've also been working on to improve customer experience, we do have 10 new fixed route electric vehicles that are have been delivered this summer. We had a new bus wash that was installed last year. And then we also rolled out fare capping. We talked about that at the last update last year. And a new accessible website launch, that's helped us tremendously. We kind of re-envisioned the website for customers and people trying to access information. And then we have new ticket vending machines coming in early 2026. This will allow people to buy fare media without going through customer service. We also have two major ODOT studies that launched earlier this year. One is our bus rapid transit study. That is us looking at high frequency service on some of the routes. The Route 31 is one of those routes, and that was funded through an ODOT Workforce Mobility Grant that we received last year. And then WorkLink is our planning study for Wood County. We partnered with Team ACOG, the Great Lakes Community Action Partnership, on that project, and that is underway as well.
Our number one rider is somebody going to work.
Sure.
And then we pick up people that need to get to the doctor or our
There we go. So Tarta Flex, again, another strong year in 2024. Ridership is up. We completed 51,250 rides last year. Kind of give you a snapshot of where we are in 2025. Flex continues to be strong in Maumee. The Southwest Zone in particular, 13,730 rides through the first 7 months of the year. And overall ridership is up 4% from July of last year in that service. And the Southwest Zone in this area in particular, it's 3,005 rides that originated or were destinations were Maumee. So
Flex replaced the old Colorado. Everything you can do on your phone too, so if you haven't used it, download the app.
Yep. It's a much better economical option than Uber, trust me. So paratransit services, again, strong in this area. We have completed 6,300 rides roughly through July of 25. Did over 150,000 trips in 2024. And last year, I had the privilege of accepting an Ohio Public Transit Association Award of Excellence for our work in partnership with Destination Toledo in becoming one of the first transit systems in the state of Ohio to receive certified autism certification. So,
And we did move, part of move is what, Tarta.
Yep.
We decided to rebrand everything and align it with one name, Tarta company.
There we go. Special event transportation continues to be strong in 24 and 25. For the first time this year, we did partner with the city on the Maumee Music Festival. And then we continue to operate the Walleye and the Muddy Shuttle services. Had another record-breaking year in that service area. Let's see. So the important part of why we're here. So thanks to Issue 12 and the partnership, the city of Maumee is one of the original cities that gets the light funding, so the $90,000 that comes in through the sales tax revenue. And what that goes to is we work with the city, we send out letters early spring, kind of asking for projects of what they're gonna use the money for. So City of Maumee, we're going to invest in better stops at Maumee Assembly Stamping Plant, some improvements on Reynolds Road, and then the Kroger on Conant to include crosswalks and signalization. So we appreciate that and appreciate the partnership that we have with the city.
Well, we're open to ideas too, so if you guys come up with different ideas, spend the $90,000. One path, anything that helps transportation, you know,
So the light check is for what, Mr. Thompson?
$90,000.
Thank you. I'll come forward and gladly accept that from you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Tarta. Appreciate that. It looks like Maumee is expanding their use of public transportation, and that's a good thing, especially when the number one use is to try to find a way to work. So that's good stuff. We'll move on with Committee of the Whole, and the first order of business is a vote for council appointment. Mr. Barrow, is there anything further as far as instructions to council or anything you'd like to kind of?
Yes, a couple of things, thank you. The candidates and council have had an extensive conversations over the last 2 weeks. Prior to going into our voting phase of this meeting, I would like to have a motion for go into executive session in case there's a tie on the first vote for purpose of discussion of a public employee. And so I would make that motion.
So you would like to proceed, just for clarification, you'd like to proceed with a vote, and if it's an impasse, an executive session relative to the filling of the vacancy?
Correct, and we'll come back after executive session and vote a second time.
There's a motion, is there a second for that?
I'll second that, Mr. Mayor.
Any other further discussion?
One thing,
Councilman Bach?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry, Councilman Fiskus?
prior to entering executive session, I think it would behoove all of council to allow each of the candidates to have an opportunity to address us, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever we decide. That way, we can go into, we can take the vote.
I'm sorry for the disruption, Mr. Fiskus, go ahead.
It's all right. We can listen, hear what they have to say, and then have something else to discuss in executive session.
I certainly support Mr. Councilmember Fiskus's suggestion. I know we had this motion on the floor first, though, right?
Well, yeah, let's finish with that first motion. First vote, then we can come back to,
So we have a motion and a second that we're going to vote and then go to executive session and then vote again?
Yes,
If
correct.
needed,
correct.
right? Okay. And we understand the discussion, we'll proceed with that next step. We'll call the roll.
Poffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes,
Linebach.
Yes,
Is that a
Then-
motion then, or is that just you want to just consent from council?
Whatever we would need to do to allow that, whether it's, suspending council rules because it's not technically a citizen comment portion, if we would need to do that, I would make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion to suspend the rules and allow I guess, two, right? Citizen comments before executive session. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Any other further comment on that? Yes, go ahead.
I'd kind of like to know, Mr. Fiskus, what, with the past week, we've known who the final two candidates are. I'm assuming that both of them have spoken with a majority, if not all, of council already. I'm just kind of wondering what you hope to find by having this, them come up and speak for a couple minutes in order to maybe change your mind if you haven't already asked all the questions that's possibly you could have asked to figure out your determination.
I would simply say it's a form of a, a closing statement for them. One last pitch for them.
Any other comments?
For myself, I'd like to hear what they kind of have to say to all of us as a whole, because I feel like, some of the conversations can be more kind of individually directed with those conversations. And I'd be interested to see kind of what they have to say when addressing all of us.
Okay, we'll proceed with anything else. We'll proceed with roll call on that motion.
Poffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Linebach,
Yes.
Okay, and that's how we'll proceed. So the first order of business is a vote for the council appointment. And we have two separate individuals that you would choose, Chelsea Ziss or Daniel Thomas. Okay?
Do we flip a coin or alphabetical order? Who goes first?
I'm just going to follow roll call.
Okay.
Yeah. So call the roll.
Poffenberger,
Yes.
Pick a name.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
sorry. Well, I thought they were addressing us first. That's why I'm kind of confused.
is that
Well,
first?
I didn't know if the motion was before or after,
Right before
Executive
executive session.
before executive.
His was.
It was before executive session. There will be a second vote, so we can take this vote. Then we would have their comments, then executive session, then come back.
I guess that makes sense, because if
Sorry,
the candidate is
I
picked,
misheard.
there's no reason to have discussion.
Correct.
That was the way it was read.
Gotcha, sorry. I misheard. This.
Thank you.
Barrow,
Thomas.
Fiskus,
Zis.
Harris,
Thomas.
Kurt,
Thomas.
Linebach,
Yes.
Okay, we did suspend the rules, and we will allow the candidates to give 2 minutes, I believe, is what you're, and Mr. Thomas, if you would come to the microphone, please, or just step to the podium and make sure the microphone is close to your mouth so we can all hear.
Thank you for the opportunity to address the council and the public. You may not know me, but I've been here all along, not in person, but online. For the last 3 years, I've been suffering through cancer, going through chemo, and I was unable to attend public meetings because of my immune system. But now, thank God, I am back, and I'm in remission, and I'm ready to serve. I've been in the dialysis industry for 30 years, helping people with their, not as a physician, but helping people with their equipment, their supplies, and their inventory. I learned to deal with people that are under extreme stress and duress. So I would like to transition as I retire at the end of the year to help people in Maumee. Now, I'm very positive about Maumee. I have a lot of plans that I'd like to work with council with. Now, one would be Walleye Week or weeks in Maumee at the rec center to negotiate a deal where we can let people camp at the rec center and then shuttle bus people to the river and work with the residents as well to form an acceptable deal where we can all be happy, we could raise some revenue. Maumee is really famous around the Midwest for walleye. Everywhere I go, I traveled all around the Midwest on my job, and they say, "Where are you from?" "Maumee." And they say, "Well, that's where the walleye is." And I say, "Certainly, we are blessed, with this name. Other cities are on the Maumee River, but we are quintessential Maumee." Another issue that I'm really passionate about is a dog park. That is really needed here. There's so many dog owners in town, And this would be not only a good place to exercise a dog, but it would be great to meet neighbors. I remember meeting many people when I was walking my dog. And I think I'd like to work with council to find the ideal spot, which would have the most impact and be the most beneficial for our citizens.
I think
to-
that's 2 minutes, so thank you very much.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
about a third done.
Yeah,
Thank you,
very
Mayor.
much. Yeah. And Ms. Sis, please.
Wish we had a timer. Hi, everyone. You've seen me up here a couple of times before. There's a couple of things. First of all, I also love the idea of a walleye fest and a dog park. I think that's great, but I don't think that those are our biggest issues coming forward. The main thing right now is we have a consent order. We have the sewer remediation program coming down the pike. We have all of these huge, gigantic changes. And aside from everything else, we have an incredibly divided electorate. We have citizens and the city on opposite sides of the fence. Some of you may remember, and some of you may have even looked it up. One of the first emails I sent you all was, "I come in peace. I'd like to help. I want to work with the city." The second email I sent was describing a trust model where the less you trust somebody, the more you assign negative blame. And I even said, we have to stop the downward spiral that the citizens are going to have. Here we are. This is no longer a vote between me personally and Daniel Thomas. I'm sure he's great. I like his ideas too. I really do. But right now, what we're seeing is a candidate who is not super well known, who hasn't been involved. I'm very sorry to hear about your health issues. But we also have somebody who has been a part of this from the beginning, who has been castigated on the news and had their personal finances out and about, and everybody discussing all of the things that should or shouldn't happen. Right now, you have a chance to extend an olive branch in a way that would calm down the citizens, get them to work with you instead of against you, and tear down that fence. We still have a lot going on. This sewer program coming up is still voluntary right now. We need all the help we can get. And if we keep dividing the citizens from the city, it's just going to be more of a struggle.
Thank you. All right, we'll take I don't think we need a motion to go into executive session. That was part of the motion, so, or, no, we still need that? Separate motion, okay. We need a separate motion for executive session. You have, Mr.
To go to executive session, Mr. Mayor?
For personnel?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Appointment of a public official.
Discussion of personnel and,
Appointment of a public
Appointment of-
official.
yeah, of a public official. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Alan.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. Call the roll?
Puffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Lineback.
Yes.
Okay.
gonna go.
Between you and Gabe. Got a long meeting ahead of us. It's a long meeting, go. Ron. I want to say the last meeting we had here, yeah, Monday, last Monday, I was holding it for an hour.
Margot left. She's like, I'm out.
She run to the bathroom?
Both of them did. Both of them went. We know it's going to be a long meeting. Where's my wife?
Margot's not here. Keep talking. Uncomfortable silence. Oh, Jackie's here. Now we can start. We got the elevator music.
I just reached my stand goal sitting down.
Congrats. Who's missing?
It's an Apple Watch thing. I actually had my watch tell me a loud noise hazard, and my daughter was crying.
Okay, we'll entertain a motion to come out of executive session, please. Yes, Mr. Kurtz.
Mayor, a move that we come out of executive session.
I'll second that.
Thank you. We'll call the roll.
Huffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Lineback.
Yes.
Okay, we're prepared to take another vote on filling the vacant council seat. Any other further comments? Okay, we'll call the roll, please.
Huffenberger,
This.
Barrow,
This.
Fiskus,
This.
Harris,
This.
Kurt,
Zis.
Lineback.
This.
Thank you. Okay, Judge Hazard, yeah, would you mind coming forward, please? Please, could we just have just a little bit of calmness? Judge Hazard, are you prepared to give swearing in, please? Thank you.
Oh, Alan.
I think he's got one.
What happened? I had reason.
You made it complicated.
You need a pen?
Thank you, Judge.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Ohio. The laws of the state of Ohio. And the laws of the charter of the city of Maumee. And will faithfully, honestly, and impartially discharge the duties of my office. And will faithfully,
honestly, and
as a member of Maumee City Council during my continuance in office, according to law, to the best of my ability.
Thank you.
Sign it, and just scratch it out for Judd. Today is what, the 18th, yeah.
Good nameplate for you.
Hey, hey, here we go.
Casey.
I bet you wish you dressed a little better for the occasion.
That's what they're used to seeing me in.
Okay, congratulations, Mrs. Ziss, welcome. And we'll continue with Committee of the Whole. I know there's a number of issues on the agenda for this evening. You're welcome to ask questions during the Committee of the Whole. If there's something that you're not clear with or you feel like you want to abstain, that's also welcome as well. Okay?
I'm sorry.
Emotions are running high.
During Committee of the Whole, if you have questions on the agenda, you're certainly welcome to ask those along with everybody else. But if there's situations that you want to stay abstained from, that's totally welcome as well. So that's up to you. Mr. Barrow will continue with Committee of the Whole.
Thank you, Mayor McNaught. Having the agenda in front of you, Council, do you have any questions or concerns? Councilman Lineback?
I do have several, but I'm certainly willing to share, kind of just as other people have some. 9I, the purchase of a front loader. I was curious, well, I just make the point, well, at least in the packet that we have, at least one front loader, one comparable front loader was evaluated. I think it was a John Deere. The recommendation was a Case. It appears that the option of purchasing a used piece of equipment was not considered. It was not obvious to me. Now, I asked a couple people, and I understand that Maumee has a practice of purchasing new and then using it until maybe it gets to a certain point where you can reclaim some decent value on resale. But I think with the expenses that we're facing with the sanitary sewer remediation plan, we really should be trying to save as much as practical so those monies can be used on the sewer. I did a simple Google of that exact model, saw that some specific items going back to like 2019 to 2023 were selling in between 100 and 170,000, which is 200,000 to 130,000, less. Now, it's possible, I know that purchasing a new, the one that we have in front of us, it might make financial sense, but I think at a minimum, we should want to see an analysis of looking at some used equipment, recognizing that useful life of the equipment, depends on how many hours it's used, so what's out there and how much this one is used. That was my comment on the front loader. I have no doubt that we, if the service department is saying we need something upgraded, okay, let's upgrade, but I'd like to see if we can save some money.
Councilman Harris?
Yeah, I just want to kind of go off on and ask, as far as this front loader, what is expected life expectancy of a front loader, or at least specifically this model? I don't know who has that answer.
I read online that there's like maybe 8,000 to 10,000 hours.
Any idea where we're at right now with it?
Oh, sorry, that would be for a brand new one.
Okay.
The
Excuse
one
me.
that they're getting rid of has about 2,500 hours on it, or the proposal for this model to replace it. This model is a little bit bigger, has some more functionality for them, but
What about the, I'm assuming we're going to sell it on Gov Deals?
yeah, the public service supervisor estimated we could sell it for about 40 to 50,000. The John Deere that they're replacing.
To my knowledge, this case loader, it's called, was asked to be replaced for the past 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. It's that bad, it's tired, and it's used an awful lot. And I'm sure there's special amenities to it. They didn't just pick one out off the shelf. This is what they need and use, and it's used quite often.
A question for me, please?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I have a
Yeah, I'm
question?
sorry, sure, go ahead, Mayor.
So typically, these things are planned well in advance, 5, 10 years plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, whatever that might be, right? Knowing the equipment basically age. And if we were to get somewhere between 40 and 50,000 on a residual sales, and we're looking at an actual value of about 250, with the difference. And this comes out of capital B, correct?
Correct.
And this has been on the budget and plan for how many years, do you think?
I didn't confirm that, but it's typically, there's one large piece of equipment prioritized every year. So I would say safely, it's been on there for probably 2 to 3 years.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted that as information.
No, that's exactly correct. They've planned for this. It's in the capital reassessment of equipment, and it's scheduled, and it's time, and it's needed, and it's used. Any other concerns? Anybody else have anything first? Okay, Councilman
Well,
Linebaugh.
this is a follow-up to that. Again, I probably mentioned this before, but just because something's in the budget doesn't mean that it should happen. Circumstances change. When that was in the budget, discussed 2 or 3 years ago, maybe we didn't have $100+ million liability staring at us. So I'm just suggesting that we have kind of tighten our belt a little bit and just challenge it. I'm not saying that is not the right choice, but I'd love to see the analysis. And even with the hours that are on the machine, you said it was about 2,500 over 5 years, so 500 hours a year. That is considered very light usage. Now, it may be in somewhat disrepair, but the information I've seen, heavy construction companies put 2,500 hours on a machine each year. So I just think there's an opportunity, not necessarily stopping the sale, but try to do an analysis on how much we could save by purchasing used.
So I may not be the best person to answer this because obviously I'm not boots on the ground and I don't use the equipment. But from the supervisor that I spoke with, not only is it public service, but it is sewer using it as well. And the sewer department's been using it much more frequently since the lateral repairs have started. So they're using it to load stone and that sort of thing. So maybe it's just a conversation with the supervisors or public service director.
And we are ramping up our sewer program. I can see this is a necessary expenditure. Did you have a?
Yes, I do have another one. Just to point out, item 9D, which is a second reading on the lighting assessment, that reflects, I believe that's the second reading on the lighting.
It is.
That's going to reflect a no increase, as was voted on by the Finance Committee.
Correct.
All right. And speaking of the Finance Committee, in the minutes from July 21st, it said that about the Finance Committee, Mr. Leinbach made a motion for the Finance Committee to recommend revisions to Section 103.05 on or before the next scheduled council meeting. I know the Finance Committee did touch on those. It was addressed partially, but I think it's still kind of some open items on that one.
Yes, it was essentially introducing it so we can continue to have a conversation. And like, for example, we plan to meet up, we had talked about to discuss further the streetlights in a month from that last meeting. So then my plan is to continue the conversation then to that next meeting. So essentially presenting it to the other members of the committee so they could look over the section and then be able to come back and have a better conversation and maybe then be able to decide on recommended changes. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. There was a lot to digest at that.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. Are there any other concerns or questions on the agenda? Councilman Lighton?
Last one. Item 9U on the fall tree planting. I'd like to make a motion to move that to new business.
I'll second that. New business.
Discussion?
Moving 9U to 10G.
G.
And then 9B would be 9E.
A second on that?
Yeah, Councilman Harris did.
Thank you. We'll call the roll on moving that piece out to new business.
Puffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Leinbach,
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Anything further?
No, I don't see any more hands up. This concludes Committee of the Whole. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move to citizen comments. Basically, have 3 minutes, limit per person, 2 minute if basically the same subject becomes repetitive. And I'd just like to read what I typically read before this. The meetings of council are business meetings for purposes of discussion by council and consideration of matters or issues related to the business of Maumee. The purpose of the meeting rules is to promote efficient, orderly, and productive meetings and reduce disruption. Meetings at Maumee City Council are lawful meetings under Maumee Code and the Ohio Revised Code. No person with purpose to prevent or disrupt a lawful meeting shall do any act which obstructs or interferes with that meeting. Members of the public are allowed the opportunity to speak under the rules set by council. All comments should be respectful. Council meetings are not the forum for personal attacks. The citizen comment period is meant for matters or issues related to the business of the city of Maumee. The city provides alternative methods of channels of communication for any citizen or person to express themselves on other topics that are not related to this business meeting. The city maintains a website which provides a forum to leave comments or complaints. The city and mayor have email addresses posted on the city website where council and the mayor can be reached as to any city matter. Matters you believe are important to Maumee and complaints that may be made through emails, the website, submissions, conversations with members, the mayor, administrator, or by mail. We'll start with Tracy Elmore relative to the farmer's market. Welcome, Tracy.
Thank you. Tracy Elmore, Ogance Avenue. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Chelsea. I appreciate the council members coming together and creating that welcoming gesture. I would like to invite everybody to please come to the farmers market on Wednesdays from 4 to 7. This is an awesome opportunity for the community that we have really looked forward to and we've worked hard for. It looks like some of the vendors have started to no-show because of a lack of support. And this particular Wednesday, day after tomorrow, the crafters will be joining us, of which I am one. So I really would like to have a support for the farmers market. I also would hope that the organizers of the farmers market get with the vendors and maybe with the public to get some feedback to see what we could do better next year so that this public support does not wane. Maybe it's not every week, maybe it's every other week or something along those lines. But I also want to touch on the sidewalk replacement program, which was really strong about 4 or 5 years ago, and it kind of got lost in the shuffle. And when we're tightening our belts in some areas, I would really like that to be something that is on your budget come budget time this fall for 2026. I think that sidewalks benefit us just as much or more than trees. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your comments. Sherry Sunk from Maumee, relative to lies.
Yes.
Yes.
Sherry Shunk, and I've been up here before and trying to dispute some of the false claims that have been made. And with recent actions, it brought me back to investigating some more. So what I found was quite alarming. I believe right is right, wrong is wrong. There's never any gray issue. Upon researching past articles, The Blade, 11/7/2023, I discovered a council member was identified as a lawyer. Researching this council member, I discovered that they had their professional license suspended and monetary sanctions imposed. Checking the LinkedIn account, he also claims to be self-employed lawyer engaging in practice of law as a solo practitioner. Checking with the Ohio Attorney Bar, it states administrative sanctions and suspensions. Additionally, researching, I found that claiming to be an attorney while it's suspended, campaigning for council violates the Ohio Revised Code Section 4705.07, which prohibits holding oneself out as an attorney when not licensed. The Ohio Rules of Professional Conduct, specifically Rule 7.1, prohibits misleading communication about a lawyer or their services according to the Ohio State Bar Association. I have forwarded all this information to the Ohio State Bar Association. This person should vacate their seat immediately. This is wrong. This is illegal, what they are doing. Thank you for your time. I thank you for voting it the proper way.
Thank you. And Mr. Collins, you did not state your community, but I believe you do live in Oregon, Ohio. I think we all know that.
Yeah, which is also a Lucas County resident, so some of my tax dollars do
Thank
go
you.
here.
Welcome. Yep.
Why are you interrupting me? You're already doing it. Why are you interrupting me? Come on.
That's enough.
Like, what's the point of that?
That's enough.
Who said that's enough? It's not. I have a right to speak. Oh, here we go. You know what? Before we get into this, viewpoint discrimination. I thought we addressed it already with that, I don't know, notice of intent to sue and cease and desist letter. Black's Law Dictionary states viewpoint discrimination is a form of content discrimination, but it goes further than simply restricting speech on a particular subject matter. While content-based restrictions limit speech based on the topic or subject, viewpoint discrimination targets specific beliefs, ideologies, or perspectives within that subject matter, favoring some viewpoints over others. Like the repetitive silencing of Sherry Shunk. The last council meeting, when she said, "You're not too bright," you shut her down. The day you guys kicked me out of here, after you suspended the meeting, she was speaking, you shut her down again. It's continuing to happen. So now we're going to talk a little bit more. Back to the city of Upland. These are all federal case law, by the way, not just Ohio, California. This is federal. Arresting someone in retaliation for the exercise of free speech rights is sufficient to chill speech as an understatement. Payne v. Pauley. Arguing, even if done loudly, even with a profane or offensive language, will not in and of itself constitute disorderly conduct. Johnson v. Campbell. Swear words do not provide probable cause for an arrest for disorderly conduct because the words, as a matter of law, are not fighting words. That's the fighting words doctrine. What you guys are doing to Sherry, what you are doing to Sherry is bullshit. You need to respect that woman, give her 3 minutes to speak, and let that be that. Now, the first time I was here, you threw me out of here. I was thrown with arrest multiple times here, the hallway, and outside this building. All right? Not a single person, not Chelsea, not a single person that was up here, including Scott Noonan, has reached out to me. You all had my address, my phone number, my email. You have ways of communicating with me. I'm trying to not sue the city and cost the city money. It's an easy win. There's precedent before it. There's precedent in the state of Ohio, a $600,000 settlement for someone that had the same exact thing done to them. Stop the bullshit. Let people speak. Stop interrupting them. You are not the God. You're not their Lord. You are there to make sure the meeting goes properly. And Mr. Barrow, next time he interrupts me, that's disturbing the meeting, right? You should take his spot and throw him out. He does not need to be interrupting people, taking their time. You guys took 3 minutes away from me in April. I still haven't gotten them back. I haven't gotten an apology. I haven't had any one of you reach out to me, not once. I text messaged 4 of you, I believe. I sent emails to all of you. Nothing. There's ways to communicate to us. Bullshit.
We'll move to Amy Pauken, please, resident of Maumee.
Well, I think as most of you know, I have been up here on the opposite side of you. I was one of the heads of the coalition to recall, but I'd give credit where credit is due. Margot, I've realized in the last few weeks that you're a lot smarter than I ever gave you credit for. For that, I apologize. When you came out, you showed your strength, and you showed just how smart you truly are. I wish I would have seen that a lot sooner. But I always said it was never personal. It was always professional. I appreciate you getting back to me so quickly when I emailed you. Phil, you called me immediately. Thank you. I've just seen, John, I think I've seen you more times at Sheets than I've seen my own husband at home. He asked me if we were having an affair at Sheets. We just must go to Sheets at the same time.
It's delicious.
But again, you're probably one of the most gracious people, ambitious people in Maumee. You love Maumee sports. You love the city of Maumee. It was never personal. I also appreciate you. And I have to say, I appreciate every single one of you and the olive branch that you reached. I don't think you know what you did tonight as far as building a bridge. I thought it was burnt down. It's not. I appreciate every single one of you, and I thank every single one of you for extending that olive branch and starting to build that bridge, whether you wanted to or not. You did it. Thank you.
Doug Davidson. Yeah, welcome, Doug.
Thank you, Mayor, council members. Thanks for letting me speak. Somewhere along the line, I learned that there was on the agenda a purchase of more trees for the city. I don't know if that's from a grant by the state or someone else, or if it's actually Maumee dollars. I would speak against that. I think we have quite a few needs in this city, given our water and sewer situation, that we can put those dollars to better use. I don't know if this purchase is to satisfy something that was initiated a couple years ago to be a strong town or strong city or whatever the award was, but I think we can put that money to better use if that's on the table, on the agenda. And also, Chelsea, congratulations, and thank you, council people, council members, for exactly what was said earlier for the olive branch. I feel so much better this evening from being here, and thank you.
Thanks, Doug. Bill Cox. Bill.
Bill Cox, 937 Gibbs Street here in the big city. I spoke several months ago, I spoke about the cemetery, Riverside Cemetery, and the condition of the cemetery. I had an occasion to go back out there again a couple of weeks ago and noticed that the condition has gotten worse. I found 2 more veterans flags that have been run over by the lawnmower people out there and left out in the yard. I saw several markers that had been destroyed alongside of some of the memorials out there and other people's things out there that have been terrible. The grass from the lawnmowers from the side chute is blown up onto the tombstones out there to the point where you can't read the names on the tombstones anymore. You'll have to get out there with a scrub brush or some serious to clean the tombstones off so they're legible now. We're paying to have that service done, and it's not getting done. It's getting done poorly at best. I would suggest that council cancel the contract for the mowing out there and it be returned to the city where it can be taken care of properly. It's not getting done. It's not getting done right. We've mentioned how much money we're spending on the city here. Let's spend it right. Let's get the job done correctly and get it done. Go up to St. Joseph Cemetery, take a look at that. Well done, neat, things are taken care of. And I think we need to take that on as ourselves. At some point in time, I imagine I'm gonna be out there somewhere and I'll be laying out there in the yard thinking the job ain't getting done above me. And I just wanna make sure it's taken care of. So, just a thought. So, anyhow, I think council should address that. We've brought it up a couple times and I think it needs to be taken care of. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. Isaiah Gonzalez. Welcome.
Isaiah Gonzalez, 677 Northfield. First off, congratulations to Chelsea. It's been a long road. It's awesome that you finally got here. A few things I want to hit on too to chime in that was already said. The lawn mowing at the cemetery, that company itself has been underbid their jobs. And it's not just the cemetery, it's also the parks that they have contracts with. I think they really need to look at those contracts with that Melzewski's company and figure something else out because they are not doing a good job. Another one is $285,325 for the trees. As Ms. Elmore said, those funds could be allocated to something else, even though it's on the budget. It was chimed in at the when the budget was approved that just because it's on the budget does not mean it's going to be done, i.e. Library Park. There's also infrastructure streets that need to be repaired, the curbs in front of Gateway or Maumee Intermediate, whatever it's called now, middle school. The sidewalk program, I know Toledo had one, they just pulled it back because of budgetary issues. If we use that $300,000 to implement another plan to something else that does goodwill for our residents in our community. Besides trees, we've already spent over $250,000 on trees already. I think it's time to like pull that back and reallocate those funds to something more appropriate. Thank you.
Thank you. The last one I have is Mark Ehrman. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you, Mayor McDonald. Just wanted to take this opportunity. It's a little bit maybe late in the process, but I wanted to recognize all the progress that's been made under this administration. I feel compelled to come up here and recognize it, let you all know that I feel like the Maumee has never looked better, and think that you need to hear that. So using this opportunity to do so, thank you. Thanks everyone for all your efforts in that regard. Maumee's never looked better.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay, that concludes citizen comments. We'll move to adoption of the agenda. I need a motion to approve as it's been revised. Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve the agenda as amended.
Thank you.
And I would second that.
Thank you. We'll call the roll.
Huffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Linebach,
Yes.
Sis,
Yes.
Motion to approve the regular meeting minutes on July 21st and the 23rd and the August 11th special meeting. Motion and a second, please. Mr. Kirk?
Mr. Mayor, I would move that we approve the minutes from the meeting on, did you say July 27?
July 21, July 23, August 11.
Thank you, on those 3 dates.
I'll second that.
Thank you. And we'll call the roll on the meeting minutes.
Huffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Linebach,
Yes.
Zis,
Yes.
And 9 is the consent calendar. We'll take a motion in a second, and then we'll discuss these.
I'll go. Mayor?
Yes,
Yeah,
Mr. Harris.
I move to accept all consent calendar items.
I would second that motion.
Thank you. We'll go through these. A recommendation from the mayor to appoint Ted Kurt to the Personnel Committee that will fill Mr. Noonan's spot. Also, recommendation from the mayor to approve appointment of Mr. Barrow as chairman of the Personnel Committee. He's currently serving on that. Recommendation on C from the mayor, second reading of ordinance 18, 2025, an ordinance amending Maumee Codified Ordinance 184.02, Environmental Commission of the Maumee Codified Ordinance and Ordinance 32-2023. D is a recommendation from the Finance Committee, an ordinance levying special assessments for the property owner's share of the cost of lighting in streets and public ways in the city of Maumee. And I think we discussed this earlier, there's no increase for this year on that assessment. It will maintain its current level. And E is a recommendation from the Law Director, second reading of Resolution 16-2025, declaring the official intent and reasonable expectation of the city of Maumee on behalf of the state of Ohio, the borrower, to reimburse its sewer fund for the CL09AB-CL10AB Uptown Sanitary Sewer Rehabilitation Phase 4 with the proceeds of tax exempt debt from the state of Ohio. Anything further on that? It's pretty much self-explanatory. We've had a
It's
number of
just
these.
These are just additional readings on the funding ordinances for the sewer-related work.
Thank you. So a second reading of Resolution 18, 2025. I'm going to move on, a second reading of Resolution 19-2025. H is a recommendation from the mayor to approve the surplus and sale of a Kohler 365 kilowatt permanent generator, Russ Electric automatic transfer switch, generator day fuel tank, and generator exhaust system being sold as one lot on govdeals.com, which is very typical, a site that we use to dispense of our old equipment. Approval of purpose of a case loader from Southwestern Equipment in the amount of $292,499.56. J is a recommendation for the mayor to authorize the closures of Broadway River Road from Conant to Grand Valley on Sunday, September 21st, for approximately from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. for the Garmin Marathon Run Toledo event. And K is to authorize the closures for the homecoming parade for Maumee High School. The route will be from Maumee High School, left on Shelley, left on 7th, left on Craig, down to Fort, into the stadium, and then it exits the stadium, down Village Trail, left on Shelley, left on Saco, and back into the front of the high school. L is a recommendation from the mayor to authorize an agreement with Visa Sewer of Ohio for East End Sanitary Sewer Rehabilitation Phase 1 in the amount not to exceed $464,121.15. M is to authorize an agreement with Visa Sewer of Ohio, LLC, for Uptown Sanitary Sewer Rehabilitation Phase 5 in the amount not to exceed $799,406 and $406.50. N is a recommendation for the mayor to purchase office furniture for the administrative suite in the amount of $29,392.85. That's for the renovation that's been going on most of this year upstairs. O is authorized payment to Design Entertainment for service relative to administrative conference room AV system in the amount of $17,117.06, also relative to the improvements upstairs. Authorizing the mayor or administrator to enter into amendment agreement for the combined health district. That's P. Mr. Law Director, could you kind of explain what's going on there?
Right, the Toledo-Lucas County Health Department provides services for Maumee at a current cost of $142,000 per year. This amended agreement will require Maumee to pay an additional $37,547.46 towards the health department's anticipated purchase of the Toledo Diocese building in downtown Toledo, which will be the new location of the health department in the near future.
In all communities in
Right,
the
it's
county
just our
contribute
share of that, and it's a 5-year commitment basically for that additional amount.
Okay. R is authorized the mayor to sign a letter of joint financial support for the Lucas County Water Resource Recovery Facility heat exchanger replacement to share in the cost of 20.4% of the total project after further consultation with directors and staff, with Maumee sharing being $918,000.
Oh, you skipped one, I think.
Oh.
The one above that.
I'll go up. Authorize the mayor to sign a letter of joint financial support for Lucas County Water Resource Recovery Facility digester cover replacement to share in the cost of 20.4% for the total project after further consideration with directors and staff, with Maumee sharing $1,326,000. S, authorize the mayor to sign a letter of joint financial support for the S500, MH6, and MH8 sanitary sewer interceptor rehab to share in the cost of 23.42% for the total project after further consultation with directors and staff, with Maumee's share being $1,990,700,000. And T, authorizing the mayor or the law director to execute the COBRA administrative agreement with Mutual Health Services, a renewal addendum to the Mutual Health Services and stop-loss insurance application with Mutual Health. U is to authorize expenditure for fall trees and planting in the amount of $285,325 based on, oh, sorry.
That was moved.
Yeah, that was moved to new
Oh,
business.
that's right. My bad. That's currently 10G. V is a recommendation to approve the appointment of Matt Griggs to the Public Service Director effective Monday, August 18th, 2025, with compensation starting at step B of the Director's Ordinance. I would like to kind of chime in on this a little bit. Mr. Griggs has been one of our project engineers for the last 4 years. He's seated at the end of our council chambers here. Basically, I reviewed a number of applications, or not applications, but qualified people that within our city, and Mr. Griggs was the one that kind of came to the surface. So that's before council. He's been with us for 4 years, came to us from Northwest Water District. There, he was a project aide, helping the engineers there with projects and different functions there. He has an associate's degree in architectural engineering. He holds a Class 2 water license with the state of Ohio and a Class 2 wastewater license with the state of Ohio. Some of his duties he's had the last few years, he's coordinated construction meetings with consultants, contractors and vendors. He's ran projects. He tracks projects and city assets, maintenance on our buildings, creates contracts, invoicing, specifications for paving projects and so forth. So he's really has been active in kind of doing the job that we're asking him to kind of take on full time. And that's before council as well. Any further comments on the consent agenda? We'll call the roll.
Puffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Linebach,
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
And welcome, Mr. Griggs, and thank you for your service so far. One of the things that I felt was necessary was to pull that responsibility out of the city administrator's job description. It was kind of that way for many, many years while I served here. I think this is good for council. Thank you, council, for looking at this and understanding how critical this piece is. It's really what our citizens experience every day are the benefits that the service department provides, other than the police and fire. So I have utmost confidence in you, and I know council does too, that you'll do the good job. And I think you have a few words you'd like to say.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. It's really an honor for me to be here today. I'm deeply grateful for this opportunity to be the Public Service Director. I'd like to thank the mayor and all of city council, as well as the city team that I've had the pleasure of working with over the past few years. I believe that my dedication and my leadership and my collaborative spirit prepared me for this new challenge. I aim to improve efficiency, enhance community engagement, and foster a positive work environment. I believe that by working together, we can achieve great things to serve this community efficiently and effectively. Excited about the future and positive impact that we can make together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Griggs. All right, we'll move on to new business. A is a recommendation from the Municipal Plan Commission. We need two motions to support this. This approval of ordinance 21-25, an ordinance amending 1125.10 of the Maumee Codified Ordinances, and ordinance 06-2023. I'll need two motions.
I'll move to approve ordinance, well, first of all, to waive the 3 readings on this ordinance.
Thank you, Mayor, and I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Yes.
I'd just like to comment, I did attend the Planning Commission meeting on this and spoke with a real estate agent who is helping the owner of that property try to sell it. And that real estate agent said that they did have a potential buyer a ways back that was looking for the kind of change that this represents, which is putting townhomes, allowing townhomes in that section. This real estate agent believes that if we get this approved quickly, the buyer is still out there, kind of interested, and it's a chance to develop a piece of property that's an unusual piece of property. And so I think this is a good idea, and by waiving the 3 readings to get it go through.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. We'll call the roll.
Puffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus,
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Linebach,
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
And then I'll make the motion to approve ordinance 021-2025, an ordinance amending section 1125.10 of the Maumee Codified Ordinances and ordinance 06-2023.
And I would second that motion.
Call the roll.
Puffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Linebach,
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
B is a recommendation also from the Municipal Plan Commission to approve ordinance 22-2025. We need two motions on this. Yes.
Thank you, Mayor McDonald. I'd like to make a motion to waive the 3 readings.
I'll second that motion.
Any other discussion on that?
It's just that this is related to the other one as well, correct?
Correct.
We'll call the roll.
Puffenberger.
Yes.
Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Linebach.
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
And now I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance 022-2025, an ordinance amending Maumee codified ordinance sections 1101.02 to add a definition in the Maumee zoning code regarding townhomes.
Oh, I will second that motion.
Thank you. Call the roll.
Puffenberger.
Yes.
Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Linebach.
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
And recommendation from the law director approving ordinance 23-2025, adopting a Maumee sanitary sewer overflow remediation policy and program, and authorizing funding for the program and declaring an emergency. We need 2 motions on this as well. Ms. Zis, please.
All right.
Does she have a red line?
You don't have a red copy, do you?
I do, I just
Okay.
got it.
All right.
First, I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules and declare an emergency.
Thank you, Mayor. I will second that motion.
Thank you, and we'll call the roll on that.
Puffenberger.
Yes.
Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Linebach.
Yes.
Zis.
Yes. And I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance 23-2025, an ordinance adopting the Maumee sanitary sewer overflow remediation policy and program, and authorizing funding for the program and declaring an emergency.
And I will
Okay.
second that.
Very good, thank you. We'll call the roll.
Puffenberger.
Yes.
Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Linebach.
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
Thank you. D is a recommendation from the mayor to approve 22-2025, a resolution authorizing the mayor to prepare and submit an application to participate in the OPWC State Capital Improvement or Local Transportation Improvement Program and to execute the contracts as required for the East End Sewer Rehab Phase 2. Need 2 motions on this. Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Mayor McDonald. First, I'd like to suspend the rules and declare an emergency.
I'll second that, Mr. Mayor.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
Puffenberger.
Yes.
Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Linebach.
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
And then I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution 22-2025.
Second.
We'll call the roll.
Puffenberger.
Yes.
Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Linebach.
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
The next one is approving Resolution 23-2025, and authorizing the mayor to prepare and submit an application to participate in the OPWC State Capital Improvement or Local Transportation Improvement Program and to execute contracts as required for the East End Sewer Rehab Phase 3. Need 2 motions on this, please. Yes, Ms. Buffenberger.
Thank you, Mayor McDonald. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules and declare an emergency.
And I would second that motion.
Thank you. Call the roll.
Puffenberger.
Yes.
Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Linebach.
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
Now I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution 023-2025, a resolution authorizing Maumee Mayor James McDonald to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and/or Local Transportation Improvement Programs, and to execute contracts as required for East End Sewer Rehabilitation Phase 3.
Second.
Second it.
Is that it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ted.
No.
I'll second.
No,
Gotta be.
Gabe, it's you.
It was me. I second that. Sorry.
Thank you. And we'll call the roll.
Puffenberger.
Yes.
Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus. Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Linebach.
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
F is a recommendation from the law director approving ordinance 24-2025, which is amends 46-2023 in part and declaring an emergency. We need 2 on this, please. Yes, Mr. Fiskus.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to suspend the rules and declare an emergency.
I'll second that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, and we'll call the roll.
Puffenberger.
Yes.
Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Linebach.
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
And I would also move to approve ordinance 024, 2025, and ordinance amending ordinance 046, 2023 in part and declaring an emergency.
I will second Mr. Fisk's motion.
Call the roll?
Poffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus,
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Linebach,
Yes.
Zis,
Yes.
And the amended issue is authorizing the expenditure for fall trees and planting in the amount of $285,325 based on purchase planting availability, which has already been budgeted for 2025. Can I get a motion and a second, please, on this, Ms. Puffenberger?
Thank you, Mayor McDonald. I'd like to make a motion to approve the expenditure on trees in the amount of $285,325.
And a second?
I would second that motion.
Thank you. Any comments?
Yes, I would like to. So there are varied benefits to trees, and I could go on and on about that. But one thing I want to drive home is that the benefit of trees to the sewer situation that we have is tremendous. Trees soak up a lot of stormwater, rainwater. So they allow that water to be rerouted before getting into the ground and getting into our sewer laterals. So purchasing and planting these trees, although there are a myriad of other benefits, it does directly benefit our sewer situation.
Does this typically go through the tree commission and the environmental commission, or is this a?
Yes, I mean, we talk about trees all year in the environmental tree.
Any other further comments?
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Harris.
Actually, this one's for Finance Director. So the funds for these, is it coming out of our tree fund, or is this coming out of general?
We don't have a tree fund.
We
We have a
don't.
tree line item, and it's out of the general fund, which is supported by the income tax A.
Now, I know also when companies come in or any entity comes in and they destroy a tree in the building of their building, they have to then pay to replant, is it 2 or 3 additionals?
It would depend on usually like a development agreement. There are some 2 different aspects of the tree line item. One is planting at 20A, the landscaping over there, and then Redwood, there was a portion of their bond that we're withholding back for the purpose of tree planting. So there's multiple revenue sources. There could be revenue sources, not just income tax A.
Right.
But-
I guess my question is then, if we have this money that we've held back from these companies that we have to use towards trees, is this coming from that fund or that
The
funding?
only amount that I'm aware of is the Redwood amount, which is $36,000, which hasn't been finalized just yet.
And Columbia Gas paid a significant amount towards the tree fund also.
That was last year, in '24, which had been expended already.
Yes, Mr. Barrow.
Thank you, Mayor McDonald. Margot did a great job with me. I wasn't a tree hugger, but I saw all the benefits that it brings, especially with the water issue. A healthy tree can soak up to 600 gallons of water, a mature tree. We have a lot of trees. Our tree canopy is so low in Maumee. You didn't notice it because little by little, between the last 30 and 40 years, they haven't planted a tree gets struck by lightning, runs over and dies. It never got put back in the ground. I want to talk about economic development connected right to the trees. As you are aware of, you see a lot of new businesses coming to Maumee. This doesn't just happen. This is a long-term plan, a long vision that we've had. And part of the trees is part of making your community robust, beautiful, and healthy. And because we see so many trees just all of a sudden popping up out of the ground, and we've never seen them before, and never this number, they're important. And people have brought up, well, because it's on the budget, doesn't mean we have to spend it. No, it doesn't mean that. But we have done very well with the financial purse strings of the Maumee that you've engaged us to run, and thank you for that trust of that. But we're looking good on the books. We have more revenue coming in. The sewer fund and the water fund, their own enterprise. You can't touch that money. That was set up years ago, and because of the increases, it wasn't very popular, but that's what's helping pay for the remediation costs and the loans that we're getting. So That's why I support the continues of the trees for this season, it's already been budgeted and planned, and that's it. Thank you.
Mr. Linebacker.
Yes, since I'm the one asked to move it, we have been educated, I think very well educated by Councilwoman Puffenberger and her friends and colleagues on the tree commission. I think we all acknowledge trees have benefits. You know, if there were no other issues, trees or no trees, take the trees, absolutely. But like everything else, they have a cost. And while I agree that they have an effect on how much water can get into a lateral or into a sewer, we have got to get all this stuff lined. It's just got to happen, whether we have trees or not. And I think even Council President Barrow's comment about the sewer and the water fund, while those funds, the monies, the revenue sources for those funds then can only be used on water and sewer, doesn't mean that our other funds are unavailable to use for sewer. We can do that. And you know, I'd like to see more of an like absolute minimum maybe over this next year on trees. I did see in the list that there's monies that want to be spent to replace trees that have died, you know, dead trees. And maybe some of the other ones, I think we need to consider where the trees are planted. Will they have an impact on the I&I? I'm not sure about that. In different parts of town might be affected differently. But like some other things, I'd like to see more monies diverted towards the sewer plan, because then, in the long run, that's going to be less that we have to borrow.
Anything further? Yes.
I just have a question, I'm a little new. Knowing that we're ordering essentially about 1,000 trees, do we have a specific phased area? Do we know where they're going? Do we know what's being replaced? I kind of saw it a little bit, but I'll need a couple minutes to look.
Yes. I have a whole list.
I saw the list, I just didn't know if it was phased out in a specific way.
These are all getting planted in the fall, so it's a fall order. Sorry, I'm getting to it. So we were given the different varieties. Let's see. And they also gave the locations. I'm getting to it.
The tree commission has done a great job identifying where all these things go.
I just wasn't sure of the locations.
I'm going to blame Ms. Zitz for messing up.
Michigan, no, I can't find it in this one either. I know it's on my digital
I saw
one.
it too. I know for a fact it was in there and where they were going to be located.
Yeah,
Because
it's
some
on.
were going to be down the main.
Oh, here it is. So proposed tree locations: Key Street, Michigan Ave, Detroit Ave, Riverside Cemetery, Fort Field Playground area. We're putting in that new playground area, and as one child told me, it was a couple years ago at a playground, I said, man, there's no trees around here, it's so hot. She's like, I know, they just want to burn us alive. There's never any trees around playgrounds. But residents requested like 90 plus, and then some replacement of dead trees.
What is the, how many is the plus in 90 plus?
Oh, what, residents?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When I looked at the math, it didn't add up.
Josh, what did you ask?
The 90 plus, I wanted to know if the pricing was based on 90 or more than 90.
I think 90 plus means the amount of people that
Yeah, that's what I thought.
that requested.
Okay.
I mean, I know Bill has a whole list of, like, whenever someone sends in the request, it gets populated into that list. So, but I think that has to do with, how many people have requested.
Okay.
Okay, anything further on this? All right, we'll call the roll.
Puffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Linebach,
No.
Zis,
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And we have 11A as old business, approving ordinance 17. This is a recommendation from the Finance Committee, amending ordinance 16-2024 and establishing a basis for allocation of assessments for costs of lighting the streets and public ways in the city of Maumee. I need just a motion to approve this, Ms. Sis.
Actually, we're no longer amending the other ordinance.
Okay.
Because we're just keeping the same rates as last year and just,
Okay, so there is no amendment.
it's not an amendment, it's just adopting basically the same rates as last year.
The no increase rate.
Right.
Okay. I don't know exactly what that language is, but
We just
It would
adopting
just say,
17
just
then?
take out amending ordinance 16.
just take out the amending piece.
Motion to approve.
Just a motion to approve ordinance 17 would
Yep.
suffice.
Motion to approve ordinance 17, 2025, and establishing basis for the allocation of assessments for the cost of lighting the streets and public ways of the city of Maumee, Ohio.
And I would second that motion.
Thank you. Any further discussion on that? Thank you to the Finance Committee for your work on this and the review that you've done. I'm sorry. Yes, Mr. Fiskus.
Look, I just wanted to clarify, this is not creating any type of program to take over poles. This is just basically doing our annual assessment of street lighting.
That's right.
Thank you.
Correct. And we'll call the roll.
Puffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus,
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Steinbach,
Yes.
Zis,
Yes.
Okay, and finally, we'll move to comments, and I will start. First of all, I would like to refer the matter of charter review to the Charter Review Advisory Commission to meet and/or recommend revisions over the next several months. We currently have 5 members on the Charter Review Commission that I believe their expirations are still a year or 2 down the road. So for a municipal clerk, if you would please advise them that we would prefer that they convene and over the next several months and review our charter. We also have another vacancy on the Plan Commission. Mr. Tipping has resigned. His term was up at the end of the year. Doesn't make a lot of sense to really fill that at this point. And there will be another vacancy for 2026, so we're going to have 2 on the Plan Commission. And if council has recommendations, please forward that to me. I would love to entertain that going into 2026. Also would like to thank Calvary Church for their Serve Week on July 28th to the 31st, 4 nights that they just canvassed the entire city. They had over 200 people that they mobilized each night. I had the opportunity to work with one crew to clean up the senior center. Completely took all the landscaping and just made a complete turnaround on the senior center. Some other things that they did, they provided meals to the police and fire personnel. They went to the laundromat to help needy people and also assist with supplies and money for people that may not have had enough. They did trash pickup on the towpath and side cut. They went to Ohio Skate and trimmed the bushes, and they painted. They deep cleaned over at Timbers, the bathrooms, and all different kinds of things inside. They visited the Maumee Point with the seniors, and there they refreshed a lot of the fire living space at the fire division and also at the police division. At Union School, they refreshed a lot of the inside teacher's lounge and replaced and fixed up bulletin boards. At the school board office on Askin, they refreshed the interior, did some painting and cleaning over there. In the indoor theater, a lot of indoor cleaning at the Maumee Indoor. Just a great project that they do every year. A lot of times their serve projects have different locations. They picked Maumee this year, and we were the benefactor of that, so thank you, Calvary Church, to that. Also like to refer to the Personnel Committee. Investigate a search mechanism for a new city administrator, how we're going to do that, maybe a service that we're going to use, have a discussion relative to that. Also, a procedure to replace Mr. Griggs's spot as the project engineer, and to search for that. And also, the third thing is to look for possibilities about what a human resource position is going to look like in this city moving forward, whether that is something that the budget will entertain, whether that might be a service that we contract with, I don't know. But at least put that with the committee so there's some discussion that's being made for that. Also, I would like to just comment about the summer fair. A lot of really good feedback from the people that were in attendance to that. They love the family-friendly atmosphere all the way down Conant Street instead of being kind of fragmented through the block areas. And just a lot of really good feedback that the parents could come with their kids and everybody can be together. You have the kids area, but that whole center section of Conant Street where everybody's kind of like together, just had some really good feedback on that. And that is all I have for this evening, and we'll move to Ms. Puffenberger.
Thank you. So I just wanted to remind you guys of a couple events coming up from the Environmental Tree Advisory Committee. We've got a rain garden talk and tour that's happening tomorrow evening. There's a flyer up on that desk right there. So it's at the library. The same woman who did the first talk will be doing that, but this time it's going to be more kind of a hands-on, teach you how and why you might want a rain garden. Rain gardens will also help mitigate stormwater and help with, so for example, if you do happen to fix an item in your house and you are now, your sub pump water is being pumped, going up out of your foundation and into your yard, and you have issue with standing water, a rain garden is a great thing to put in to soak up that extra water. So that'll be happening at the library tomorrow at 6. And the first hour will be kind of the hands-on stuff, and then they're going to move on to tour a rain garden on West Broadway. And then on September 3rd, we will be showing the Erie Situation movie, which talks about the algal bloom in Lake Erie. And that's September 3rd at 6:30. And then I also wanted to comment on the farmer's market. It's been my goal to go every week. We've been trying different meats, whether it's the bison. I had the kids try some lamb, sausage links, all sorts of different things. There's a guy there that has a great trailer with a bunch of different types of meats. Been trying different types of mushrooms every week, sourdoughs, fresh pressed juices. I mean, there's a lot of variety. Bought some, green, like clean cleaning products. But there's a lot of different options out there, and as well as some produce now as the season's gotten closer to harvest time. So I do encourage people to go up there. It's been really nice. Aaron Collins, I know you have contacted me. I was not at the April meeting. I was out of the country when that happened. I guess that's one of the reasons why I did not see a reason to contact. But we can have a conversation if you like. Congratulations to Matt. I look forward to seeing what you do, and you'll probably be hearing from me about questions and things. Congratulations to Chelsea. I'm really glad that council could come together and appoint you into your seat. So I appreciate that. Thank you to all the council for that. And I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Barrow.
I think she covered everything.
Okay, Mr. Fiskus.
No, oh, no, you don't.
Really
Nice try. Your people are going home early. I want to thank Mr. Thomas for coming and putting his hat in the ring. It's volatile times in Maumee and Chelsea. We had lots of conversation. It was a good conversation. The only better speech than yours tonight was in council chambers. But no, I'm happy with the decision of council. If this can bring the community together and it's okay, you have a person that you trust more than you did up here for the last few years, maybe you're going to say, well, this is just how it is and how it happens. Chelsea, you're on a short string, you know that. But no, I appreciate everybody's enthusiasm and your emails. I don't appreciate all the emails, but when they are sent with merit and a decent request and in a proper way, then I respond to them. If something's really mean and nasty, I won't and I don't. But I appreciate everybody being here, and thank you, council, for the unanimous decision tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Fiskus.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Congrats to Chelsea, and thank you to all of the people who put their name in. It's not easy to throw your name out there and jump into the deep end, which that's what an appointment is. So we're glad to have someone who can hit the ground running. I would like to have a Parks and Rec meeting in the coming weeks probably, because I'm going to branch out and we're going to go on the road. I'd like to hold it at the theater, because I feel like that's rec related. Take a tour of the building and look at it's an old building. It's got some aging issues, and make sure that, Parks and Rec is aware of any issues, and any other council members that want to join along, you're more than welcome. So as soon as we set that date up, I will let you all know. now that the schedule is cleared up a little, we're going to do an Anthony Wayne Trail cleanup this weekend, Saturday morning, from 9 to noon. I will have trash grabbers, bags, gloves. You don't even have to get dirty. I swear it's more fun than it sounds. We're going to meet in the parking lot of the church across from the carryout on Michigan and the trail. Depending on how many people we get, that will determine where we go and how far you're willing to walk. So again, this Saturday, 9 to noon, we'll meet down there. And like the mayor said, I wanted to say kudos to everyone involved in the summer fair. I knew they had new organizers. Volunteers are what make that work. The service department was here till 1 a.m. on Saturday morning, and who knows how long, after it ended on Saturday night. And of course, police and fire are always top notch. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Harris.
All right, thank you. First of all, I do want to congratulate Matt on his position. You're going to do a wonderful job. I know I've worked with you for a couple of years now, and you're going to have to give me your number because I'm going to be calling you a lot. Secondly, after our last special council meeting, I received a lot of communications, emails, texts about why I made the decision that I made on the nomination process. So, just like I normally do, I went home, started writing an 8-page essay to share with you, but I decided just to do the bullet points today, so I'm going to spare you guys 25 minutes of your life. First of all, when we got here and we were told about the nominations, I was expecting someone to just nominate and that would be it, but then the mayor decided, hey, everyone pick someone, and I'm like, well, let's just be fair, so I did nominate Rosie for that reason. Just because I didn't expect how it was going to go out. But then we actually had our vote. I had a good idea of who was probably going to be nominated, but the big reason why I did nominate Mr. Thomas, or support Mr. Thomas, is he was the only individual of the 8 applicants that we had that actually reached out to me directly. So that's why he had my support in that day. But I knew we were going to walk out of here probably tied. And that was going to give an opportunity for me to see how both the candidates and the citizens reacted to that result. In doing so, Mrs. did actually reach out to me. We talked for 4 hours.
4 hours, yep.
So I definitely gave her a good amount of my time. We had a really good talk. I think throughout the entire time I told her, I think you're going to be a wonderful council person. I think you're going to be nominated in November. And today when I did stick with Mr. Thomas, I knew we were going to be able to go up to an executive session and discuss some of my concerns. And the biggest one that I had was actually what happens if we appoint Chelsea and she gets nominated or elected in November. What many of you may not know is that in that case, she can decide to vacate the appointment and actually take the 4-year term or stick it out. That was a big concern, and that's what I shared with the group upstairs. So for me, nominating you, I really do hope you really consider sticking with the nomination and not making us go through this again.
I appreciate that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Kurt?
Thank you. Congratulations to Matt here. I welcome you, and hope you have more fun at your new job than I have had in mine here. It's been interesting. Chelsea, congratulations. I 2 or 3 times last Monday and twice I was asked, we were all asked to vote, and at each time, and I've been telling people in response to their emails, I'm going to do whatever I feel is in the best interests of Maumee, and that's what I did last week, that's what I did tonight. The difference being, a couple of people up, when we talked upstairs, helped me to redefine what those best interests are. And that's why I voted the way I voted. So congratulations, Chelsea. Mark Ehrman spoke earlier about pleased he is with the way Maumee looks and so forth. It's very laudatory, Mark, which we all appreciate. But you missed one thing, and that is the B word. The B word you missed. And I understand, but personally, I lay a lot of these good things that have been happening at the feet of Patrick Birch. He was very, very good at what he did, and we're going to miss his guidance. We relied on him so much on things like laterals and asphalt substrates, all that stuff that I don't, I now understand, but it was great working with him, and I'll miss working with him. I had an email from a citizen. It's very brief. He says, "To the Honorable Mayor and members of Maumee Council, I've been a Maumee citizen since 2020, lifetime Northwest Ohio resident, retiree, someone who's attempted to be a voice for reason over the past couple of years. As you all proceed to appoint a replacement," this came to me before last Monday, "as you all proceed to appoint a replacement for Councilman Scott Noonan, first recognized, in my opinion, there is no replacement for Mr. Noonan, only a successor. The challenges Mr. Noonan has faced in his life, the perspective it affords him, and his many accomplishments are well beyond most of our comprehension. I recognize that as members of my immediate family have known him. Have known him since his childhood. In my opinion, whether one agrees with his decisions or not, the citizens of Maumee were blessed to have had this stellar citizen and human being working on our behalf. And I wish all of you, us here, all Godspeed in the important work you do for our great city. Thank you." It was signed by Jim Stengel. He's been a Maumee resident for some time. And I really appreciated the kind words he had to say for Scott. Just one other thing, there were remarks about the attorney who had some difficulties. Yeah, the attorney did have some difficulties, particularly when he lost his eyesight for a couple of months. It was hard for him, for me. It was hard for me to complete my continuing legal education requirements. You can't see, you can't read. I'm not going to go into it. I don't owe anybody an explanation. Nobody. But it would have been nice had you called me. There's quite a bit of misinformation about some of the things you said. It would have been, I guess, polite to have called me so we could have discussed it before you got up here and made your comments. But you didn't, and you did. So that's it, and that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Kirk. And Mr. Limbach?
Thank you, Mayor McDonald. I would be remiss if I too didn't add my congratulations to Matt and to Chelsea. You've got important positions you're holding. We have important work to do in the city, and I'm sure you're both committed to doing your best to make it happen. I had several other thoughts that I contemplated sharing, but really only one item struck me as really important to share. And I wanted to end tonight's comments thinking that I was going to be the last one. Didn't realize, Chelsea. But it's a sober note that deals with healing. And I'm sure many of you recognize that our community has been struck by tragedy recently when unfathomable accidents claimed the lives of 3 outstanding, beloved young men. Noah Jones, Keegan Walborn, and Rocco Torrio. It's not supposed to happen this way. Families of these young men are our neighbors, and they are hurting. Now, I've learned that Maumee is a very tight-knit community. Those of you who know these families well are in the best position to be there for them when they need you. And as we have opportunity, please be the loving neighbor you would want them to be to you.
Thank you. And Ms. Sis, comments?
Well, hey, guys. I'm pretty shocked to be up here. I thank you all for putting your faith in me. I know it's been a tough road, and we've been at loggerheads a lot. I do hope to hit the ground running, but as some of you have seen, I'm not always coordinated. So I hope you can all give me some grace when I stumble on either side, and that we can all continue to work together and try to make it as best as we can be. Matt, looking forward to the fact that I have another semi-new person so that we can talk about that sometimes. But I'm really looking forward to serving the community in the same way that I have, and I'm really looking forward to working with all of you. I think it's going to be great. I really do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And final motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn until the next regularly scheduled meeting.
I'll second that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. We'll call the roll.
Hoffenberger,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Leinbach,
Yes.
Zis.
Yes.
Thank you, council.